Hi friends, welcome back to another lecture. This is the second lecture on design of water tanks, and last class we have seen the design philosophy, types of water tanks, and what are the IS code provisions and all these things we have discussed in the last class. And also we have seen how to design the water tank with a flexible joint. Okay, design procedures we have discussed last class. So now we will try to do a numerical problem so that it will be more clear. So coming to the question, design a circular water tank with a flexible connection at base for a capacity of 4000 liters. The tank rests on a firm level ground. The height of the tank including freeboard of 200 mm should not exceed 3.5 meter. The tank is open at top. Use M20 concrete and mild steel. Mild steel or Fe415. Draw plan at base and cross section. So these are the question. The only three things we need to note down it is what is given here. It is the capacity of the tank. It is given, which is 4 lakh liters, and the tank rests on a firm level ground. Means tank resting on the ground actually. The height of the tank, including freeboard, of 200 meters should not exceed 3.5 meters. So when I say the height, the inside height they are telling. Okay, so it should not be more than 3.5 meters, including the freeboard. Yeah. So the meaning is that. So let us say if this is the tank, okay, and let's say this is the water level. Okay, so the full height of the tank, from I will draw in different color. The full height of the tank from here to here should be maximum 3.5. Okay, including this is called freeboard. Extra space to the top of the tank from the water level. This is called freeboard. This is given as 200 mm. Okay, so the water level we can have is maximum 3.5 is total right now. So this is 3.3 meter. Yeah, 3.3 meter. 3.3 meter. If the freeboard is 200, that is 3.3 meter. Okay, so this is what. So for all calculation, this h you should take as 3.3 meter. Okay, is that clear? 3.3 meter. Yes. All right. So that is what is given. So volume is given as 4000 liters. So we know that 1 meter cube is 1000 liters. So divided by 1000, you will get 400 meter cube. Okay, depth of water. So as I told you, it is 3.5 minus 0.2, 3.3 meter. FCK is 20 because M20 concrete is used, and Fi is because we can use a mild steel or Fe415. So let us take. So I have used here as Fe415. So either we can take 415. Somebody wants to do it for with mild steel, also not a problem. So it is for either 250 or 415. Okay, let us see the procedure. So the first step is to find out because height is given, find out the diameter of the tank. So we know that pi d square by 4 into h is the volume. The volume of tank in meter cube is 400 meter cube. So pi into d square into 3.3 by 4. So from this you can find out d. D is equal to 12.42 meter. So you round it up. You don't take 12.4 meter or 12 meters, something like that. It should be 13 meters. Yeah. Okay, you round it up. Okay, 13 meter. So next, once you got the diameter of the tank and height you got, diameter you got. So next step is the hoop stress. So as we discussed in last class, as we have discussed in the last class, like because since it's circular in shape, I think the tank is circular in shape. Yeah, and it is full of water. So what happening is there is a chance of hoop stresses actually, because water pressure will act like this inside. This is water pressure. This will be acting like this. It will be like this, everywhere till water pressure will act. So hoop tension will create, hoop stress will create inside the wall actually. It will try to break it like this, two pieces. Okay, so that hoop stress, it is T is equal to gamma into HD by 2. We have seen it in the thin cylinder and thick cylinders, how to find out the hoop's tension. So it is coming gamma h into d by 2. This is the formula. So from this we can find out. So gamma, gamma is the density of water. So tan into 3.3 into 13 by 2. So it will come to 14.5 kilonewton. So once you got the hoop tension, the next step is find out the area of reinforcement. So it is as simple as that. The area of reinforcement, because we know that the force is stress into area, that is ASTH into sigma ST is T. Therefore AST, area of steel, is equal to T by sigma ST. So sigma ST we can use 115 or 150. Okay, for inside Fe for, because is 115 megapascal, and because we have seen the last class, we have discussed this one, if you remember. If it is Fe 250, the water phase sigma ST is 115, and for Fe 450 it is 150. So in this case I am taking it as Fe 450, so you will have to take 150 megapascal. So from this you can find out area of steel 214.5, which is your tension, and converting into Newton into 1000 it will come divided by 150, because 150 is megapascal, Newton per millimeter square. So you will get 1430 millimeter square. So the next step automatically, obviously, is that once you got AST, the next step is finding out the spacing. Yeah. So step 4, calculate the spacing of the hoop reinforcement. So assume a diameter. Usually what happens in flexible jointed circular tanks, the hoop reinforcement will be, hoop stress will be the maximum compared to the other bending moment vertical on the wall. So you can use 16 mm diameter for this one. So spacing you can calculate like this: A into small area, means A means which diameter of bar you are using, the area of that bar, area into 1000 divided by ASTH. So using 60 mm diameter bar, you will get, using this formula, you will get spacing is 140.6, which is let us say 1.0 mm. Okay, 16 diameter 140 mm, center to center. So the next step is, because what is happening is, we got 140.6, but we cannot provide 140.6 due to the site condition, site situation, practical situations. So what we do is we rounded up to 140. So in that case, what happens? The area of concrete, area of steel will increase actually. So find out the actual area of steel provided. So find out the actual area of steel provided. Actual area of steel provided is same formula. Pi d square by 4, A into 1000 divided by actual spacing provided. So you will get 1436 millimeter square. So after that, the next step is, so you got everything. The next step is finding out thickness of the wall. So which I was discussing the last time actually, right? No. So sigma Ct is equal to, this is the formula. So how you get this formula and all we have discussed last class. Sigma Ct is equal to T divided by 1000 T plus m minus 1 into AST actual. So this T is the tension, sigma Ct is the actual tension in the concrete actually. Okay, and m is modular ratio, which is 280 divided by 3 sigma CBC. So from all these values, sigma Ct from the code 3370 part 2, you will get no, actually 3370 part 2, they have started from M25 only. Since ours is M20, the value is 1.2. So this value you please remember actually. This you may not be getting in the code actually. Yeah, it will not be there in the code. Okay. So and sigma CBC, you can get it from the code IS 456. It is a 7, or approximately you can find out like this. Sigma CBC is equal to FCK by 3. What is the value of FCK? FCK is 20. 20 by 3, you will get 6 point something. So that can be grounded as 7. Okay. Then m is modular ratio. So 280 divided, once you got sigma CBC, 280 divided by 3 sigma CBC, you will get this one. Okay. So from this, you will get thickness is equal to 160 mm. Yeah. So the next step is, so we got everything now, finding out a vertical reinforcement. So since this wall doesn't carry any bending, because this is a flexible joint here, so doesn't carry any bending moment, and the water movement comes, try to move away actually. So in that case, this is the minimum reinforcement required for a 100 mm thickness. If you are using Fe for HYSD steel, 0.24 percentage, and for 450 thickness wall it is 0.16. so in this our value is coming in between 100 and 160, so you need to interpolate it. So after interpolation you will get 0.226 percentage. Okay, this is the P. So once you got P, find out AST. So this way, P is nothing but AST is nothing but P by area of concrete, that is P by 100 into 1000 into 160. Okay, 160 is mm is the thickness, 1000 means we are taking 1 meter length of the wall, so you will get 360 millimeters square. So the next step is find out the spacing of the vertical reinforcement as usual, because since vertical walls will not carry any moment normally, so you can go for lesser diameter, so 100 mm. So we will get spacing is 160. So even as normally we do in slabs, you can check it up. The maximum spacing is 3D. Okay, if you are using Fe for 15 steel and okay, a main bar. It's a main bar, So 3D you can use it. So 3 into 160 it is within the limit only. It's not a problem. For distributors, it is you can take it as 5D. Okay, 3D or 5D. 3D or 300 mm or 5D or 450 mm. In our case it is safe only. Normally it will be safe only, no need to check. The last one is the base slab. So as I told you, the base slab, the minimum thickness normally, because it doesn't carry any bending, normally it is resting on the surface of the ground. So you can take minimum reinforcement, so as a matter of fact 0.3 percentage you can take, and thickness you can take 150. So you will get area of steel. 0.3 percentage if you take 450. The only thing we need to keep in mind here it is the thing is that this reinforcement we need to, because this one we will be providing it as a slab, top and bottom normally. So let us say this is your base slab. Okay. So you will be having reinforcement in the top and bottom also. Here also you will have reinforcement top. Okay, and you will have reinforcement at the bottom also. This is like this, and this is are all distributors, right now. Is that fine? Here, all these reinforcements, yeah. Reinforcements, yeah. So what is happening is what we got AST, it is for the both side actually. So one side we will get only AST by 2. That is what we need to keep in mind actually. So that is you can see AST by 2. Top it is 225 or 50 divided by 225. 2 raised to 225. You can use this 10 mm diameter bars. Spacing you can find out. So this will be the the reinforcement detailing. Okay, we can provide here like this. This one better to provide it inside. If you provide outside also, nothing, technically speaking it's not a big deal, but this, since this is predominant here, actually it's better to give it inside. Yes, is that fine? Hope this is clear. Thank you.